FridayNightGlory.com, Parker Turley here at AT&T Stadium, Day 2. We're going to preview the second matchup of the day between Pottsboro and Grandview, the 3A Division I State Championship. Now, this one's very, very highly anticipated today. You have a high-powered offense in Pottsboro who throws the ball. They air it out. I mean, Braden Plyler has an arm. He has the weapons. And obviously, he's shown over 20 passing touchdowns. But obviously, on the other side, you got the MVP from last year's game, Dane Jench of Grandview, the quarterback and safety, defensive and offensive MVP. And so it's going to be a really good QB matchup today. Which QB do you think ran supreme today?
Obviously, Dane Jench had a, incredible come out on the scene last year. Come as a sophomore, leading Grandview to the state title. Braden Plyler, he should do well as well. I think that he's thrown the ball pretty well throughout the season and throughout the playoffs down the stretch. But I think Dane is gonna be superior in that perspective. He's just incredible, man. He's very athletic. Not a lot of size, but he makes up for it with his speed and his arm, and I think that Dane's gonna have a pretty great game today. Same with Plyler.
And then you look at Plyler, he's got the weapons around him, and he has a 2,000-yard rushing back in Cy Shope with over 30 touchdowns on the season, and he's kind of settled down in the playoffs. Struggled a little bit, and they've had to rely on their passing game more and more. But you look at it, Cy Shope's going to have to be a factor today for them to win. And then obviously on the other end for Grandview, 6'7" Demetrius Crownover, junior defensive lineman / receiver. He's going to be, I think that's an interesting matchup.
Yep.
If he can get penetration in those gaps and stop Cy Shope, that's going to force Pottsboro to have to air it out even more. But I think they're going to have to be a little more balanced today to be able to beat Grandview.
Yeah, obviously, no doubt. I think Cy Shope, though, he's struggled throughout the playoffs a little bit. I think he's going to come out of the scene today. He's, it's the last game of the year and, the biggest game of the year, arguably, of his life. And, he's going to want to come out guns blazing, ready to go. Grandview's obviously they're going to play good defense. And, really, I think whoever wins this game is whoever, wins the rushing attack. Obviously both quarterbacks have, great passers, but you gotta be great in all perspectives of the game, and I think that whoever wins the obviously the turnover battle, but also rushes the ball better than the other team is going to win this game.
I mean, you talk about the rushing attack. An offensive line's very key in this game. I mean, that might be the biggest factor of this game, the trenches, D-line versus O-line. And Demetrius Crownover on Grandview's really, to me, that's the key for Grandview to win this game. They have to stop Pottsboro. Pottsboro airs the ball out, yes, but Grandview has Dane Dench in the back of there, and he's a ball hawk. He picks the ball off. He's covers well, runs well. He's speedy. And so I think that's really going to be a factor. Demetrius Crownover, he's the X factor to me. And I think this game, it's really going to come down to, can Pottsboro's athletes get past Grandview in the back? Because against Brock, they were burning them up at the seams. I think that's the biggest factor to me. What's the biggest factor to you in Pottsboro winning this game?
For Pottsboro to win this game, I think they have to, they have to play great football. Obviously win the turnover battle. But they've got to play great defense. They got to find a way to stop Dane, and they got to find a way to stop Demetrius on the receiving end. They have to also find a way to stop Demetrius. From getting to Cy Shope. I think for the key for Pottsboro to win this game is to get Cy Shope going, and I wouldn't be surprised at the start of the game for them to run the ball heavily and get the ball in his hands, start to get him going. If they can get that happening for them, they can they'll open up the passing attack for them, and I think that it can wind up working in their favor. But I think it really comes down to offensive line's got to play great for both teams, and really whoever can help protect their quarterback and help their running back get lanes up the middle is going to win this game.
I mean, looking at this game, I mean, it's a big game. You're at AT&T Stadium. Grandview, they've been here, done that last year, and they have a lot of experience back. as you can see with the MVP on both sides, only being a junior with a lot of experience. And you know he wants to put his name on the doorstep of immortality again. And so who do you think is going to win this ball game?
You know, Pottsboro is going to play extremely well. I think it's going to be close down the stretch. I do expect a shootout in this game, really. I think Grandview pulls it out, though, 45-38. I think that they're just going to be too much for Pottsboro to handle. They got a lot of weapons, and, I think Dane, having Dane at safety and, quarterback, it's an energizer on your team, having a quarterback that can, make plays on the offensive side and then also making big-time plays on the defensive side of the football, which, Pottsboro, they like to throw the ball a lot, and, they're going to be going after Dane. So, yeah, I think Grandview's going to win this game, and they're going to be back-to-back state champions.
Obviously, Pottsboro, they've had a great season, undefeated, 15-0, greatest season in Pottsboro history, and they look to continue it tonight. But I just think they're overmatched a little bit against Grandview. I think it's going to be a shootout as well, but I think Grandview wins 52-45. I'm going to go a little higher than you. I expect these offenses to come out guns blazing. And obviously, Pottsboro, they're tested. They're not going to give up. They were down all of last week against Brock and came back in the last quarter down 11. So, but I'm going to go with Grandview. Dane Yinch is the X factor today, and we'll see. And here in a couple hours. This is Peyton Peterson and Parker Turley with your pregame report, FridayNightGlory.com.